Today is May 25th, 2025. I'm up here on Klamath River. I'm right below the Fall Creek. I'm kind of doing things backwards today. I'm going to start my way up at Fall Creek and I'm going to work my way down to Jenny Creek. So this is kind of what things are looking like right now. They've opened up the day use area for Fall Creek. That's where I just left. So I thought I'd kind of come up and see what everything's looking like today. Things are a lot greener. The poppies are open today. Since I was up this far a few weeks ago. River looks like it's already flowing lower than it was. I think it was 3 weeks ago that I was up here. So anyways, I'm going to pause it and I'm going to continue on down. And just for reference, the Iron Gate Narrows or the Narrows are down and around through that bend. So I'm going to make my way down the road. So I'm just up from where I was at. If you look down that direction and another clip, that would be the Fall Creek day use area. That is now open. This would be the Klamath River below Fall Creek. Zoom past the tree. It's getting cloudy today. Didn't think it was supposed to be cloudy. I can definitely smell some of the flowers and things blooming. I haven't really smelled the water at all today. I probably won't because we're still getting runoff from the snowpacks. You can see where they've planted over on the other side, where all those yellow poppies are, is where they've planted. You can kind of see the boundary of where the lake used to be. And that's what they've planted. You can see that the ground is still somewhat cracked over on that side. Sorry if I'm going too fast. When I zoom in more, it goes faster. But that's what it's looking like over in that area. You can tell how high the river was running at one point. So I'm going to pause it and I'm going to head on down the road. So I'm just down the road from where I was at. Lots of birds chirping up this way. I haven't seen much for the bigger birds today with the exception of the vultures. That was kind of up around Copco. If you look down that direction, that would be, you can kind of see the Narrows, the Iron Gate Narrows from here. I'm making my way down that direction. Definitely more grasses and flowers growing since the last time that I was up here. You can tell and see where they've planted versus where they haven't. If you look at the mountainside, it's actually still pretty green, which is great for this time of year. We are at the end of May. We are supposed to hit the 90s this week. We've been kind of in the 80s, high 70s, low 80s. We still have some snow on our mountains. Can't see them from here. Some snow, not a lot, but there's still some snow. With the sun gone, things aren't as vibrant as they were, but maybe it'll pop back out, but I don't know. It's looking kind of cloudy. So I'm gonna pause and make my way on down. If you look, I think that's some water. I think that's it's hard to tell if there's water coming down there or not. It could just be a reflection of the sun. But I don't see any water coming down that drainage anymore. So it looks like that spring might have dried up. I'm going to continue on down the road. I'm here at the Narrows, also known as the Iron Gate Narrows. This would be looking downstream. You can hear a few crickets here. I can see a few butterflies flying down there in the yellow flower weed, whatever that is. The white ones, can't see it anymore, but there's a couple butterflies flying around through that. You see there's some white top that's starting to bloom. And of course the poppies, looks like they might be starting to close up now that the sun is going away. I'm gonna pause it for a second. You can see how vibrant things are right now, the yellow and the orange. And that would be the train trestle that you can see. That would have been one side of the train trestle. It crosses over there, and the train track used to go down and along that region below that bluff. And then obviously over on this side and along this track down here. I'm gonna walk up just a little bit so I can pan downstream or upstream, sorry. Kind of wish that the sun was still out right now. That's what it's kind of looking like down upstream. Sorry, I'm going the wrong way, so I'm confusing myself. Upstream. That would be towards Fall Creek. I always thought these bluffs were kind of cool, the way that they're structured. Like I said, everything's still pretty green this time of year for the end of May. Anyways, I'm going to pause and go on the other side. Actually, before I go off on the other side, this is kind of what the other side of the mountain looks like. I don't know if you can see how green it is still up there on the mountain sides. Hasn't dried out yet. Anyways, I'm going to pause and go on down the road. So this is just on the other side. That would be where the train trestle went. See all the flowers. Mountains. Gonna pause it. This would be looking upriver. Way up there would be where the Fall Creek access area is. I can definitely smell the flowers from here. I get that floral scent. From this side, if you look, you can see where the train trestle is right there. Or I should say used to be. Like I said, I've always thought that these rocks were kind of a cool formation. Some blackbirds. I see a few butterflies up here flying around. I see a car's coming the other way. It's alright, I'm parked and turned off. Pause it. There's a few cars up here going by today, so I paused it as they went by. You can still see like the trees that are down there from the high flows. And if you look, there's still some of those old rock formations and fences from before the dams. That would be one. And that would be the other one. Anyways, that's what everything's looking like right here. I'm gonna go on and down around the bend. So I'm just down the road from where I was at. Can still smell the flowers from here. Can see a few bigger birds. I can't tell if they're vultures or hawks or what they are that are flying up over there. I don't know if you can see them in the video. It's hard to tell what they are from here. And I'm making my way down towards Jenny Creek. Which is down in that bend. Down there, that's where Jenny Creek comes in. So I think that this is it until I'm off to my next stop.